Alrighty, so this workshop is going to be really quickly. It's going to be really quick, I should say. Just going to be a quick review of some of the trades that we took throughout the week here. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. So IMPP, this was a name that I added over here off of pre-market lows. No setup here, but at the time, all of the other oil names were actually moving. CUSA, INDO, HLBZ, and so I decided to get long right here. Seeing if this one would kind of follow in the footsteps of all the other oil names and kind of follow in the same direction, which was obviously not downwards. It was, obviously upwards. We got a pretty good ad right off here. We got 23 cents. And then, ultimately we sold out once we broke the 200 EMA down here at 21 cents. Ultimately a losing trade. It was kind of one of those things where we were trying to see if it was going to follow the sector. We could have waited for a break over these levels and played it differently, but at the time I just thought this was just going to erupt, and that's why I decided to get long. Another one was TRKA back on Monday, so it should be right over here. April the 3rd, where would that be at? April the 3rd would have been Monday. So if today is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, right over here. So TRKA started out as a 5-minute flag. You guys can see the high volume push. At the time, this was lower VPA on the pullback, so we got long on the 5-minute flag. Ended up turning into a 10-minute flag. Let me go ahead and pull up the 10-minute here for you guys. Right here. So it ended up turning into a nice 10-minute flag off of this pre-market level of 24. You guys can see that right here. The VPA is kind of descending. Would have liked this candlestick to kind of be a little lower. It is pretty high. It's kind of matching the previous one, but it's okay. And ultimately, we have a nice 10-minute flag here. And ultimately it fails. It breaks 24, and that's when we cut our position at 23.5. So yeah, we gave it some breathing room, and it didn't work out, and we took our L basically. Nice 10-minute flag though. High volume push, low volume pullback. Would have been nice for it to get the bounce off this pivot and continue higher, but obviously it didn't. Another name that we took was SCYX. This one was a 5-minute flag, I assume. Let's go ahead and pull that up right over here. Yep, so SCYX, nice flag right here. Nice flag. Well, not really a flag, kind of a 3-bar look. We have a high volume push, 2-bar consolidation, and then we have our move higher. We got long here 335. We got long 326. We took profits off into 335s over here. And then, my apologies, this was the previous trade that I took. So our trade on SCYX is actually right here, and the reason I couldn't see that was because these were too small. Let me make these bigger. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so here's our 5-minute flag at the time. High volume push, low volume pullback, right into 324 pivot. We got long SCYX 326. Here's our move into 335s. We take some profit off into 335s. Why? Because we were making a new high a day. Always peel some off in front of high a day. You guys know I preach this. And then we take more profit 340. We take more profit 347 right up here, and then we take some more profits right over here around 340s to mitigate risk. Looking for the next move before I kind of dive in and show you guys. Yeah, so then we were taking majority here, and then we sold the remaining right over here at 337. So nice flag here right over the pivot. You guys can see we have EMA lining up with the pivot as well. We have a nice low volume pullback. Obviously bidders were here because we did leave this this lower wick right here, so that tells me buyers kind of picked it up right here. We broke through highs, obviously took our first profit off of new highs, also some high volume on the break, which is what you want to see. Kind of another 3 bar look here, little flag look here, and then sends us into new highs. This was a daily or 4 hour level, if I'm not mistaken, right around 350. We take more there, and then ultimately we sell out the rest here. And then we end up flagging right here. So let me see if I alerted this flag. I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, added SCYX $3.56, risking $3.48. We took profit SCYX $3.62. We took more profit $3.67, and then we sold remaining SCYX at $3.69 right up here. So 2 really nice trades on this one. Well, 3 really nice trades on this one. 2 really nice alerts on this name. And we were setting up nice on the day. We had some nice setups. We attacked them, and they worked out nicely. It was a 1 to 10 5 RR trade on SCYX, so really nice trade there. Soon, another one. Soon right down here. Soon, really nice flag. It was like a 5-minute flag here, and then it did turn out to be a longer time frame flag. So let me pull up a bigger time frame. So we kind of have that long, 10-minute. This is probably like, we can probably go all the way up to like even a maybe 30-minute here. This might be even a 30-minute flag. Not a 30, let's try a 20. Yeah, that works. Nice 20-minute flag. I'm obviously not going to explain it on the 20-minute though, just wanted to point that out. We did have this nice hold of this pre-market level here, 281s. I did notice all that consolidation. I didn't add inside of that consolidation. We could have got a great average down here. I waited for the break and I waited for the setup out here. We ended up flagging right over here as soon as we broke over this 4-hour 290 level. We got long Soon, SOUN 291 right over here. We took profits on Soon into 296s. We took more profits, $3. We took profits on Soon 305s right up here. And then we took our remaining piece off right over here at $3.20 on Soon. Really nice trade. Very, very simple. Consolidation right here. Obviously, you guys seen that 20-minute flag. Obviously, I wasn't looking at it as a 20-minute flag. I just noticed the formation. We played it pretty nicely. We played it when it broke. So we played it after we broke out of this little downtrend and after we got some confirmation. I think we played it very well. It was very low risk. And Soon was a 1 to 8 RR trade. So really, really nice trade there. Good risk to reward. And really flawless execution here. I did get a scalp later on in the day. I thought this was kind of a nice 5-minute flag here. You guys can see the high volume push, low volume pullback. I decided to get long against 315s, and then I eventually just scalped it and sold out 323s because I noticed every time we came up to this level, the tape was very, very heavy. And after this 5-minute candle closed here, I realized, I did a good thing by selling out. Why? Because we did fail to make that higher high. That tells me there's not a lot of strength left in the name. Next trade that we would have taken was BBAI. BBAI, really nice name that we traded. Let me go ahead and change this. It doesn't hurt anyone's eyes. So a lot of zones here. We added BBAI at $2.80. I believe it's right over 10. I want to say right over here. We added this 5-minute flag on BBAI. It was about right over here. $2.80 right off of this zone right here. You guys could see every time we'd come into it, we'd rally, we'd base, we'd sell. So it was a rally base drop that confirms this as a supply zone. You could see we come up later and we fail and we sell off. That confirms it as a supply. Then we have a rally base drop. Another thing confirmed this new area as supply. We come down, we have a rally base right here, and here's our rally. We come down and test this area again. It should be supply, but now it's demand. How do we know that? Because we had a rally base rally. So I was looking for this consolidation in the demand zone. We ended up getting a nice little 5-minute flag. We added this one at $2.80. We took profits into 285s into our next supply zone here. And then we took more profits off 290s right up here. I guess there's 2 take profits up here, 280s and 290. BBAI, we ended up taking some more off on this candle into 3, and then we eventually sold our remaining BBAI right over here at $3.13 for a 1 to 11.67 RR trade. Really nice trade here. Like I said, the whole game plan behind it was looking for that rally base and then looking for that follow through in the rally to confirm this as our new demand. Another thing you guys can see, we have that rally here. We base and we drop, confirming this area as supply. We come up into it later, we rally, base, rally. We come down into it later, we drop, base, rally. So now it's confirmed as demand. So really nice, using these 5-minute wick to body zones as supply and demand in my way, and they're working out really nicely. We nailed the top there on BBAI. I mean, yeah, you could have got some extra pennies up here in the after hours, but overall, we smashed the top on that. I mean, this thing sold off all the way to $2. 2 days later, the next day it was all the way down at $2.40. So traded this name really, really well. I did have a trade right here on this kind of setup over here. I believe it was a 10-minute flag into this wick to body zone. Did get a nice bounce, scaled some off, and then ultimately had this flag look here. Got our downtrend break, and then that's when I was selling out into here. So this was a previous trade on it. I don't know if this was a trade I alerted. I don't think so, because I don't see it here. Maybe it was thrown in the trading floor with everyone else. 1 to 11.67 R trade here though on BBAI. Really, really nice trade, really good risk reward, flawless execution. Next trade. So I did alert this one here. Added small BBAI 309, 5-minute flag, and then ultimately it didn't work out, and we cut the rest of this one at $3 even. So as soon as we broke out of our zone right here, that's when I decided to cut our remaining piece, because there was no reason to kind of hold it and hope. It did come down to 290s. It did bounce off of our previous supply. It did act as new demand and gave us that drop base rally. So it would have been cool, we would have, the risk to reward wouldn't have lined up. We got long 309, we sold out 3s, and then this thing popped to like 310s, 313s. So risk to reward wouldn't have lined up there if we just held. Hit AMST 5-minute flag. Let's go over this one here. So AMST 5-minute flag right here. We got long here at $4.80 right up here. We took some profits off here into 490, and then we just sold our remaining right here at 469. Not sure why I sold my remaining. Not sure why I had a 480 average when the pivot was all 454s. Oh yeah, no, I remember now. This one we had that high average, so I told you guys, I believe it was in the trading floor or the Premier chat, that I didn't want to risk 460s on this because our 455, because risk to reward wouldn't line up with our average. So that's why we just took the remaining off here and kind of just let the trade go. FRGT, this one was a really nice one. We got long FRGT right over here, $2.05. We kind of had this 5-minute look here, but the way I was looking at this trade was like this. We were just simply consolidating here, holding the levels right over here, and I was like, you know what, I'll try some long 205, risk off 195. We'll see how this goes. So I decided to get long. I did notice that flag too, so that was kind of a reason why I was like, okay, you know what, if this new 5 makes a new high, we'll try it. So we get long 205. We take some profits off here into 211s. We take more profits off into $2.20, I believe. 211 we take profit, 215 we take profit, 224 we take profit. And then I added more FRGT right here on this 5-minute flag. You guys could see right over previous high, so 220 was the pivot. High volume push through the level, low volume pullback. Really nice flag. Also poking into our supply, also selling off. So I hit some more here at $2.21. That was my average, my new average. And we get a pop here. We take profits 227s right over here, probably within the same candle, so it doesn't show. We take profits 227s. We take more profits 232, 240. We took more 267s up here, And then we got our last piece out right here at break even for $2.30. So overall, really nice trade here. Got the dip buy off the low a day, worked out nicely, ended up putting in a real setup for us right over here. Then we were able to capitalize on this massive candle right here. So really nice trade there. Next trade would have been Jewel. This one was a battle on the tape. As you guys could see, I mean, just look at this. Traded this one really crappy. However, I did alert a really good trade for y'all, and I'll go into that right here. So first trade was a loser for me. It was on this 5-minute flag. Then I started adding down here because I noticed these bidders just kept on coming in. So that's when we kept on adding. We got our average all the way to, what average did we have? We had 48. We got our average down to, well, I got my average down to 45 cents if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I got it down to 45 cents on these 3 ads. Then we end up coming up here. We take profits 46.8. We take profits 47. We peeled more 46.8. We took more profits 50. We took more profit 51 cents. And then we sold the remaining on this drop. Where is it? Right over here, back into 45 cents. So we caught a really good move on it. You know, it kind of did break this downtrend. Kind of did have a flag here, if you can, you know, picture it. And it was just really a battle on the tape. And then over here, I just kind of kept on adding and adding and adding. I was kind of scalping it. So I got my 2 ads here. We pop here. I scale some out. Added some more. Ended up bringing my average down lower and lower. And then ended up taking the loss right here on it. Reason I was adding was because of the bidders. The bidders were non-stop here. And it wasn't any bidding like 100, 100, you know, just flashing. It was like consistent 20, 30, 50. Okay, we bounce back up, come back down, another 20, 30, 50. So it's like, okay, what's going on here? Who's loading this? Why are they loading this? What's going to happen? And then, you know, obviously we come down into this 38.5 pivot. We end up bouncing off of it and going back all the way up to 50s. So if I was going to say if I positioned myself correctly where I should have been positioned, which was off of this pivot, I should have waited for the retest once we started cracking this 42. I might have been in it for this move, but hey, it is what it is. We were still green on the name. That's all that matters. I was playing it with smaller size here, which is, you know, why I had so many different ads here. I was able to kind of keep continuously scale in there. Then I managed risk pretty well. Like as soon as we broke the low of this candle and really broke this 40 level, that's when I was like, okay, hey, I'm out. We did bounce really nicely off 38s and, you know, did put this move in. So I guess whoever was loading this whole thing on the tape, you know, finally got their exit that they wanted. Next trade that we would have taken was FOA. Really nice trade here. So FOA started out as a 3-minute flag. We'll go look at that. So FOA, I was looking at this flag right here on the 3-minute. We did kind of have that higher selling pressure. I got long FOA 196. FOA ended up turning into a 5-minute flag right here. Right off our pre-market high, we have our 5-minute wick to body zone. Then from a 5-minute flag, it kind of turned into someone simply soaking off of 180s. Once we noticed someone was soaking off 180s, we decided to hold our position and, you know, obviously risk that 185 area. We hit a low of 183. Then we pop right here. We get a pop right into 2. Let's go to the 1 minute. We get a pop here into 2s. We take some off 210. We take more profit off here into 220. And then we took more profit off here at $2.17 just to mitigate some risk. Then we took our remaining off at $2. Excuse me. We took our remaining off here at $2. Really nice trade here, right into the zone. Someone was slurping off of 180s, like I said. We got a very nice move. I was looking for that 230 break, so I was looking for this kind of consolidation right here, and then push up into 230s. I did have some limits set for 230s. Ultimately, you know, it clearly did not hit. And we ended up coming back down. I did hit some here. Later on in the day, I kind of completely forgot about it, and I actually stopped those out for like basically a small loss at 185 there. I did have like 190 average, so it wasn't anything crazy. I just kind of seen a 5-minute flag here. So I kind of seen this push up and then kind of come back down. I'm like, okay, hey, it's kind of the same look. Let's see if they curl it off this zone again. And then obviously, I got a very late sell because I like literally completely forgot about it, and I ended up looking at my positions later in the day, and I noticed, holy shit, I still have some FOA. So it is what it is. It wasn't anything crazy, but really nice flag here, really nice play. High volume push, low volume pullback, pivot plus zone plus EMA plus buyers on the tape, and this is your result. We had another trade, IFRX. This was a 10-minute flag right off the zone. It was first a 5-minute flag, so you guys could see that. High volume push, low volume pullback right over this kind of pre-market level of 569, 570. Ultimately, it did turn into be a 10-minute flag here. So we got long here, $5.74. Risk off the lows, which was right around $5.70. We took profits off here into 583. We took more profits into 594, and then we sold our remaining up here at 607. So let me go to the 1 minute and kind of break it down. So here's that first take profit, 580s. Here's that second take profit in the 590s, and then here's that final take profit in the 607s. And then it did hit a high of like 615, and then it did knife all the way back down to 550s. So reason why I didn't want to overstay my welcome here is because the volume was really light on this name, and looking left, every time this name did kind of put a move higher, it flushed and it ended up selling off. So that's why I told myself, hey, if I'm trading this name, I'm gonna get in, and once this name shows me some green, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. So that's exactly what I did. AMC, we had some nice buys off of the zone right here, pre-market 5-minute wick to body right over here. It's kind of a wick to wick actually. It should have been lower to $4.66. So it should have looked like that. We get our first 5-minute flag right here. Let me get on the 5-minute. So we get our first 5-minute flag right here. High volume push, low volume pullback right into our zone. I get long here, $4.75. We peel some off 481. We peel some more off 489. Then we sell our remaining right here at $4.80, just because I didn't want to risk any, crazy fake out or anything. I didn't alert this next trade, but I did take some right here off of 477, 478. Eventually stopped it out 475. Right when 475 cracked right here, I sold it out just because I thought, okay, hey, we made our lower low. We're probably going to flush to test VWAP down here at 465, and I didn't want to be in it for that. So I did take my remaining off right here on this crack. Eventually did fake me out because we did kind of consolidate, and we did have a pop to 486, and then later in the day we had that pop to new highs. So faked me out right here. It is what it is. I was too focused on this little range, and I wasn't really focusing on big picture. Like, okay, after I sold out, I should have noticed how we just continuously held this zone here, and I should have tried taking a few entries on it. So I should have maybe got some ads here, got some more here, and here, and like kind of built a position into it. So my fault for that, but it's okay because the market was hot this day and we were kind of jumping from one name to another, which leads us on to our next name, SECO. Really nice 10-minute flag here, and we get a 10-minute flag here. We start adding 120. I add more into the 115 drop here, get my average down to 117. We then take profits 128, and then we sold some more in the 130s, and then I sold my remaining right over here at $1.20. It being Ramadan, we're kind of fasting while we're trading, and sometimes we fall asleep, sometimes we lose our energy and we fall asleep, and that's what happened here. We got our scales out here, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up right here at the close for about an hour. I took a nice nap, and I realized I was still in it. Luckily, we were able to exit at $1.18. So got a penny of profits on this last scale out. It is what it is. At least it didn't go red on us, right? And then the last trade that I'm going to cover with you guys here is going to be the 10-minute flag on TRKA. TRKA, really nice setup. Really, really nice. We have a beautiful 10-minute flag here on top of previous highs. Also on top of EMA plus VWAP, we had bidders here. They were coming in aggressively. We got 2 ads on this name. We had 24.5 average. Got a nice move into 25s, obviously peeled. Got a crazy move here, so I'll kind of get this on a lower time frame so you guys could see. So we peel more 25s, peel more into high day right here, 25.5s, peel more into 26s, peel some more into 26.3, scale some more out here just to mitigate some risk, take some more off 27s, and then we were all out. Great trade here. Beautiful execution. 10-minute flag worked out perfectly. We got a massive move, and we were peeling and we nailed the top again. We sell off later in the after hours. We come up to this zone over here. I'll go ahead and jot it down for you guys right here. Later in the after hours, we come up to this zone. We put in a nice 10-minute flag. I get long 27.5s right here. We get a move into 29s. I peel some off. We get a move into 30s. I peel the rest off. There was a few scales here. There was one right into 28.5s. There was one into high day 29s in case we get rejected. There's another one here into 30s, and then there was another one here at 30 just to mitigate some risk. And then I am holding some small over the weekend just to kind of see, you know, what TRKA does decide to do. But that pretty much wraps up this quick workshop. More of a, you know, quick trade review about some of the trades that we took on the week. If you guys want to learn more, always, you know, check out my Twitter at Saleh Trades with an underscore at the end. I'm always sharing a watch list, always sharing ideas. Then you can also find me in the TFOT Discord. Happy Easter, everyone. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and we will catch you all on Monday. Peace.